These are some of the craziest plays in NFL history, going from literally just a dumb play all the way into what turned out to be a classic miracle play. So naturally, we start on December 18th of 2022. The Raiders were hosting the Patriots on a game which they appeared to have under control at halftime. That was until Josh McDaniels decided it was time for yet another blown double-digit lead. After 4 consecutive scores, the Patriots got themselves out of the hole, and they were up by 7 late in the fourth quarter. 2 drives later, the Raiders tied the game up at 24, giving the ball right back to the Patriots with just over 30 seconds on the clock. They get a couple of plays out, but here's when things get crazy. It's 3rd down and 10 from New England's 45-yard line, so with the game tied, most NFL coaches would just settle to go to overtime, and the rest will probably try a Hail Mary. Oh, but the Patriots just had to choke that one away, didn't they? Ramondre Stevenson gets the carry to run out the clock, until he pitched it back to Jacoby Myers, who starts running the wrong way for some reason, and then, oh my god, he pitches it to Chandler Jones, who clearly isn't on his team. He then takes it all the way into the end zone to win the game for the Raiders. Just to measure how crazy this was, here's ESPN graphic on win probability. Insane choke by the Patriots, who are the only team to lose more than one game with multilateral walk-off touchdowns. The other game, Dolphins vs Patriots on December 8th of 2018. The Patriots scored a touchdown on the first drive, and both teams could go back and forth during the first half, which ended up with New England leading 27-21. The Dolphins eventually took a 1-point lead in the third quarter, but Tom Brady led the Patriots to a field goal drive which gave them a 2-point lead. They did the exact same after stopping Miami's offense, and now they were leading 33-28 with pretty much no time left. So it came down to one last play with 7 seconds on the clock, and the Dolphins needed a miracle. Ryan Tannehill drops back to pass, and it's complete and pitched right away, twice as Kenyan Drake starts making something out of nothing, until he's suddenly on his way to the end zone. I think we're all familiar with the line. Well, he certainly didn't, as this would be remembered as a Miami miracle. But not every play in this video has to be a miracle. I'm sure you have already watched most of them. Here's a play that isn't necessarily a miracle, yet so uncommon we might never see it again. And actually, I already showed the play and you might need to see it again. It's Washington vs Philly, and Jalen Hurts throws what seems to be an incomplete pass. Or is it? Well, it wasn't. As you can see, after Dallas Goedert fails to catch the ball, it bounces off his foot and then it's an interception. Just wild. And hey, I've now talked about the foot interception, and I think I've already talked about the butt fumble in another video. So why not mix them up into the butt interception? Yes sir! The Dolphins were hosting the Jets on October 18th of 2020. Leading 24-0, Ryan Fitzpatrick throws deep and oh, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, whether I unlocked a lost memory or introduced one to you, there it is, the butt interception. What a play by Marcus made. This next play doesn't involve butts, but it does involve someone known for kicking Tom Brady's on Super Bowl 52. It was February 4th, 2018 when the Eagles and Patriots faced off on the Super Bowl. Your quarterback matchup, Tom Brady versus Nick Foles, let's go. Both teams came back and forth during the first half, and the Eagles were up 15-12 by the time they started their last drive of the second quarter. They drove down the field and eventually found themselves in a 4th and goal situation from New England's 1-yard line. A lot of teams would have gone for the field goal, but not the Eagles, who planned this next play to perfection. And so, Nick Foles moves to apparently tell something to one of his linemen, and the ball is suddenly snapped. The Pats defense doesn't know what's going on, but before they realize, Nick Foles is already catching the ball into the end zone for a touchdown. The best part is that considering this game came down to the last second of the fourth quarter, this play was probably the key for the Eagles ultimately winning this Super Bowl. Miami miracle, Philly special, why not add yet another named miracle to this video? This time, one that happened on November 15th of 2020. Going into halftime, the Bills had a 7-point lead over the Cardinals on a game they were favored to win by a tight margin. Arizona, however, resurrected on the third quarter and scored 17 unanswered points to get themselves up 26-23. The Bills stayed down on the scoreboard for the most part of the fourth quarter until Stefon Diggs got a 21-yard touchdown to give the lead to his squad with just over 30 seconds left to go. The Cardinals get the ball back and they need a touchdown to win it. They get some solid yardage with their first 3 plays, but with 11 seconds left and no timeouts, it was time for Arizona to attempt a Hail Mary. Kyler Murray makes some moves in the pocket and makes his way to the edge of the left sideline. He throws, and there he is, DeAndre Hopkins, in the middle of 3 Bills defenders, and somehow he makes the catch. The Cardinals had done it. They got themselves into the history books. The play being, of course, none other than the Hail Murray. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing and watching the video on screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you there.